So Fox News was really struggling to justify and rationalize Elon Musk going back on his own stated principles of free speech absolutism. We have a clip here from Mediaite. This was Fox and Friends. This is my favorite line. "I'm not rationalizing it, but I am." That's what one of the Fox hosts says. All right, so let's listen to it and just take note of how like wishy-washy and all over the place they are with their commentary, because this is it shows that there really is no argument on Musk's side here.
Debated this yesterday. I mean, I loved having the left getting a little bit of dose of its own medicine. But ultimately, this is it's Elon Musk's company. I'm not rationalizing it, but I am. I loved having the left getting a little bit of dose of its own medicine. But ultimately, this is it's Elon Musk's company. I'm not rationalizing it, but I am. It's his company. He can do whatever he wants. It's a private company, right?
Okay, this is the stuff that the liberals said when, you know, Trump was banned and there were right-wing accounts that were banned. Oh, it's a private company, bro. They can do whatever they want, bro. And you guys mocked that argument at the time. Now you're making that argument. Also, the idea of getting a taste of their own medicine, bro. It's a dose of their own medicine. Yeah, but if you're going to be principled, then you think that medicine is bad and wrong and evil, and nobody should get a taste of it. If you're being consistent, then you would oppose that medicine because you did before, so you should oppose it now. Instead, you're being equal and opposite hypocrites. God, these people are insufferable.
Now the regulation wouldn't say that he's exposing the collaboration between the company and the government, which is where it becomes illegal and a violation of the First Amendment. But he could suspend my account right now, and I wouldn't have any recourse per se other than to sue the company under their terms of service, which they could do. But hopefully Susan Lee's restored right away, as the other ones were. It certainly should not be. Yeah, but if I owned a company and I didn't want my private flights to be shown, I'd probably ban that account too.
Well, do you think Elon Musk's life is in danger?
Elon himself said, "I'm so committed to free speech, I will allow this account to remain." And then he went back on that and banned the account. Now, people argue, well, that's because he had a safety risk and there was an incident, and so he realized, hey, this is actually like endangering my safety. Well, guess what? A Washington Post report just came out, and that report said the incident that happened was 26 miles away from the airport, and it happened the next day. So in other words, that jet account was not the thing that, made Elon unsafe. The jet account had nothing to do with the incident that happened. Jesus Christ, these people are hypocrites. If it was the exact same set of facts, but Jack did the things that Elon is doing, oh my God, they would lose their mind. If Jack banned promotion of any other social media outlets, if Jack, went on a banning spree and did like 8 journalists in one day, they would lose their fucking minds. But now they're rationalizing it because it's Elon.
Please.
Oh, I don't know that I mean, that would be total speculation.
No, but just based on what you know about the situation, do you think it's possible that his life could be in danger?
I think Elon Musk is a highly high-profile individual, the highest of profile individuals, taking very controversial stances. And yeah, I think that anybody in that position, anyone in that position should take any type of threat very seriously. I think that they should. Yeah. I'm always going to be on the side of more free speech. It doesn't mean that there aren't limitations, there aren't policies. Obviously, for example, you don't want child pornography on Twitter. So it's, I think, Elon's job to articulate a coherent policy that maximizes free speech while drawing a line on real, actual harm and safety.
But he's making it up as he goes along. That's the exact problem. He's making it up as he goes along. He's going by his whim on a day-to-day basis. And that's no way to run the company. That's the problem with the previous owners, is that, hey, it seems like they're kind of making this up on the fly. They're making it up as they go along. Now, at least previously, there was like rigorous internal debate where they would have disagreements and they would say, no, this is wrong and this is not a fair interpretation of that. And this is what came out in the Twitter files. Now, we could disagree with what the outcome was when they made those policy decisions, but at least there was a process. Now with Elon, he says, oh, we're going to leave it up to a committee to determine whether or not Trump comes back. And then the next day, do a fucking poll where Trump gets 51 or 52%. And he goes, okay, you know what? That's enough. We're going to bring him back based on that. So they're struggling, man. They are struggling. to defend Elon. And of course, this video was before even the newer change, which was, hey, let's ban promotion of other social media outlets. And then they had to axe that because they were getting pushback from every which direction. You'd have to ban like 30, 40% of the people on your own fucking platform if you enforce that rule. So we had to go back on that. So, I mean, they're trying their best to work backwards from their conclusion that Elon is based and all of his critics are, triggered losers, because this is an instance where he's the one being the triggered snowflake. He's the one being the loser. He's the one who's ban happy. And by the way, I don't know if you caught it, but in there they mentioned Susan Lee. Susan Lee is a Fox Business reporter who was banned by Elon simply for reporting on the Elon jet back and forth. So, in other words, she's doing straight factual news reporting, and she even praises him in the piece and calls him brilliant, and she still got banned. So, they're struggling. They're trying to stick to that narrative, but oh boy, are they having a rough time. If you want to see me and Crystal Ball interview legends like Noam Chomsky, Cornel West, and more, subscribe to Crystal Kyle and Friends on Substack. $5 a month gets you the video version a day early. Remember, we take 0 ad dollars for this podcast. Or you can sign up on Substack for free and get the audio version a day later. Link in the video description box below.